Hi everyone. It's the time again. Another Saturday, another week, another mystery to solve. Maybe not so much of a mystery, but the common question or common something that probably most of us go through, more or less. And I've got inspired to talk about this. While I was reading a book, and I'm still reading it, by the way, The Element from Ken Robinson. He's the guy who talks a lot about education and how that kind of messes up with us instead of. Yeah, we learn quite a bit of good stuff while we are being educated in school, but we also learn lots of bad stuff that is not helping us to thrive later on in life. So, are you really not good enough, or you're just comparing yourself with the wrong person? And that's what we're going to answer, or try to answer as best as possible today. Uh, you know, the reason why I say it's really common because um, during the coaching sessions or the therapy sessions, counseling sessions that I've been doing in the past and doing some now, that's one of the things that it's very that's one of the questions that comes up, and from my own personal experience, I could tell you that that's true. That we often think that we are not good enough, and because of that, we feel bad about ourselves. We feel bad about our lives. We feel like we shouldn't be doing the things that we want to do because we are not good enough. Um, it's kind of a block, so to say, because of the belief that we are not good enough, we are not attempting to do things that we could do. We are not improving our relationships. We are not doing things that we would like to do. We are and we start believing that we have low self-esteem, no confidence, and blah 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 blah. And you can see where that goes even further. Depression, anxiety, and all of that. Um, well, the good thing is, there's actually a few good things about it. Is that that's not true. You are good enough. You just think you're not. And the reason why you think so is because you've been probably comparing yourself with the wrong person. And I'm just going to let the cat out, and then I'll come back. It's a bit of a distraction. Okay. Well, the cat decided to stay in and listen to the end of this, I guess. Hope it won't be much of a distraction. So you've been comparing yourself with the wrong person. And you've been comparing yourself with other people. This is the wrong person. You've been comparing yourself with others, and the reason why you can't be like them is because you're not them. You are yourself. And that's why that belief can go into huge loop, because it's not possible. You can't be like that other person that you are comparing yourself with, because you are not that person. Everyone is their authentic self. And so yes, you can't be like the other person, but that doesn't mean that you're not good enough. It just means that you are special as you are. And where that starts, it starts, you know, when you're a little kid, I think it's like just before you hit puberty, you're totally fine with who you are. You're totally okay. Yeah, I think somebody was messaging me. Peter, you can still join in. It's still going on. So, yeah, so when you're a little kid, oh, there is my distraction. When you're a little kid, you... Okay, she's there, settled in and listening. You don't really compare yourself with others. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I had a cousin that had a really straight hair, and I had curly hair, which you can't really tell now, can you? And I wanted to have straight hair, but I never thought I'm not good enough because of it. I just kind of wished I had straight hair. But I never went into negative belief about myself because I don't have a straight hair, that I'm not good enough because I don't have a straight hair, and all of that. And the same is for every one of us. And then once we hit puberty, we start searching for who are we, who we really are. Betty is a little bit distracting, but let's not pay too much attention. And you start searching for who you really are. And because of society and all of that comparing that goes around us, we are led to believe that we need to be like somebody else. You know, you need to be good in math like that person. You need to be good in this as that person. You need to be beautiful as that person in order to be good enough. And then that goes on. That goes on later on when we are grown-ups. And that is a big, big block for all of us until we realize that it's absolutely okay to be who we really are. Because we can't be somebody else. When we are trying to be somebody else, we are just a fake picture of that other person. We are not interesting. We are not authentic. You know, would you really like to be in a company with somebody who is just fake image of themselves or somebody else? Probably not. We stop ourselves from doing lots of things that we could do because of the belief that we are not good enough. So stop comparing yourself with other people, but start comparing yourself with you, how you were yesterday, or a year ago, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago. And look and see how much better you already are. Start wanting to be better than you were yesterday. You know, there's nothing wrong about wanting to be better than you were yesterday. That's absolutely okay. And that doesn't mean that you are not good enough. It just means that the life is learning, that everything we do, it just becomes better and better by doing it. You become better and better being you by connecting with yourself and appreciating gifts that you have, that you can share with other people. And that's how you become better and better. You know, I'm a better coach than I was just 6 months ago or a year ago. I'm better than I was yesterday because I know things today that I didn't know yesterday. And that all comes from experience. It all comes from doing things. And that's it, really. You know, let your goal not be being as that other person that you're looking up to and beating yourself up because you are not them. Let your goal be having an effect on other people, on society, on whatever that person is, like that other person, but in your own authentic way. Because that's the only thing that you can be, really. You can be your own authentic self, but you can never be somebody else. So let your goal be being yourself more of the time and seeing in yourself the potential that you have. And maybe you still don't know what your potential is, and maybe you will discover it tomorrow or after tomorrow or in a year time. And because you haven't discovered it yet, it doesn't mean that you are not good enough. It's just a misunderstanding in where we are looking at. It's not true. You mistakenly believe that you are not good enough if you are not like that other person. It's just a mistake that you can notice and realize, same as anybody else on this planet, same as I did, same as anybody else did. It's never late, and it's always good to start. So if this has been helpful, please let me know and we'll do more of that. And I wish you a good day, good weekend, and more of you in your life.